Hi, how are ya? It's Travis here, and welcome back to our adventures with Elsent the Worgen Hunter. Last episode, we slayed Magus Bisp, who was a traitor to the Argent Crusade, because he was supplying the gnolls with gear, and was also dealing in necromancy.
Greetings.
Delgaron, the long trip home. It would appear that I arrived before you, Elsent. Field Argent Kartish gave me the details about my old home. Seems my battles with the Scourge aren't quite over yet.
Be careful.
It's funny the things you remember. I spent 16 hours a day working the fields, and every 7th day I head to bustling Anderhall to sell what I'd grown. It was a tough life, but we did all right. But I barely remember any of that. When I think back to those days, I think about Gloria's smile and Andrea waving from the window whenever I looked up from the plow. The farm's just a bit to the east, but I'm not sure I'm ready to go back, Elsent. I'd just like to make sure I hold on to these memories. Okay, well, let's go help him with his memories. Get him some keepsakes back. I assume the Forsaken have control over that farm. We'll have to see.
End draws near.
Caravan's withering cauldron. My analysis is complete. The blight that affects the animals here is no residual disease. No, it's something new, and I think I know what it is. The Cult of the Damned maintains a plague cauldron on a farm called Caravan's Withering. This farm is due southeast, close to where the Eastern Playgrounds begin. I need a sample from this cauldron to verify my suspicions. Eliminate the cauldron lord present there for its key. You will then be able to access the cauldron and obtain my sample. Okay. And there's another quest here, but I don't think we can get it yet. It's another Zenkiki quest. The Troll Boomkin. And we have a bunch of quests here for Scholomance, which we are getting close to being high enough level for. We also have some quests for the Scarlet Crusade still. Or, I mean, Scarlet Monastery. Maybe we'll do some of those. Looks like we can't do Dark Side of the Light anymore. We completed that a while ago. I'll try to get into some more dungeons again, guys. It's just this quest. The quests never stop. But I'll try to do some dungeons at least once. It would be cool to get into Scarlet Monastery for a little bit. Let's see where we're at here. Yeah, Armory, we're almost too high of a level for Armory. One more level. And then Cathedral, Scholomance we can do. Probably check Scholomance out. We got Pattern Guardian Cloak. Supposedly that's worth 11 gold on the auction house. It's a leatherworking pattern. We can actually use that. Should we sell it or should we learn it? We have to be 185 leatherworking to learn it. So that'll take a little bit of time. This guy's a soul corruptor. And there is the child's painting. It's a faded pink finger painting. I think it's a painting of a sheep. A cherished painting by Delgaron's daughter. And then the prayer book's in there too. So we should go get that as well. Assume that's upstairs. There it is. Garon's prayer book. Well worn. And then over here is Garon's withering cauldron key. This place hasn't changed much. It's exactly the same as it was back in vanilla. Looks like the Scourge, or I guess the Cult of the Damned, keeps a cauldron here and spreads blight across the land. I don't think the Cult of the Damned is a part of the Scourge. Maybe they are. Not too sure. Let's go get this key from the Cauldron Lord. Because all of the farms in the Western Plaguelands used to be infected by a cauldron spreading blight. And you would get a quest chain to slay these Cauldron Lords, get the key, and then I think you get a sample of what's in the cauldron, and then eventually you disinfect it or put something into it that what you put into it, maybe some holy water or something like that. An access panel of the cauldron remains securely fastened. In order to open it, you need to find the key. Cauldron Lord Solras key disintegrates as it touches the lock on this access panel at the base of the cauldron's platform. A slight clanking noise is heard within, and the access panel swings open to reveal more vicious toxins within the cauldron's framework. There is a small spigot that the bottle fits well enough under, allowing you to draw a sample for Field Argent Cartish back in camp here. Looks like our reading was a little too slow there. Cauldron Lord spawned back. So we got to bring the sample back. Carefully close the spigot in the control panel, watching the cauldron putrid ichors drip into the empty bottle. With the poison in hand, it is time to return to Field Agent Cartish at the Mender's stead. So yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same as the quest chain from vanilla. I don't think we got a pet talent, did we? No. Just making sure. Usually forget about those. But it would be fun to do Skullmance. It's a cool dungeon. I do a lot of Scarlet Monastery on this channel, so I'm not too interested in that. I think I do it on do that dungeon on every character. Charon's Withering houses a viciously potent plague cauldron. Once we have a sample of the plague it spews forth, you will be able to determine whether the Cult of the Dam is truly responsible for continuing the poison in the land. Good work. One moment, please. The Draenei takes a moment to compare the sample he presumably had distilled earlier. Yes, this appears to be the same corruption that is affecting the wildlife. With this knowledge and with your combat expertise, we may have the power to stop this.
Good health.
Desperate Axe. Cult of the Dam maintains a small camp to the east, Malicious Outpost, which they use for field training outside of the Scholomance. We may have allowed them to proceed unchecked with this training for too long. If cultists are truly using this plague to inoculate the wildlife, then Malicious Outpost must be where the inoculation is occurring. Instructor Militia runs the outpost, find her, slay her, and find out who she's taking orders from.
Remember the lessons of the past.
And now we got the Zenkiki quest. Zenkiki and the cultists. While you've been away, I've been trying a different approach on our friend Zenkiki. I believe he may have a future as a healer. This is mainly because healing spells never miss. I hear from Field Agent Cartish that the cultist camp to the east is where the plagued animals are coming from. Hope you don't mind escorting Zenkiki over there. Perhaps he can help heal some of the plagued animals within the camp. Oh, there he is, Zenkiki the healer now. The Tauren says that she'll teach me to heal. We do a good job. Let's go on. All right. Zenkiki the healer. I think healing's the hardest job. in all of WoW. Like, it's easy if the content's easy, but if it's like hard content, the healing's pretty tough. I wouldn't expect you to indulge the whims of a nostalgic old band, Elsent. Still, if you find yourself in the area, this Gloria used to read from this prayer book over every night. How had I forgotten? She was so devout, Elsent. Dell's eyes turned to the finger painting. Oh, this painting, my daughter, Andrea. She loved to paint. All right, so we got some shoulders here. Bronze shoulder guards. Any mail gear? Doesn't look like it. Another neck. We'll take the shoulder guards. I don't know if they're better. I don't think they are. Like, it's just a little bit more armor. We'll put them on, though. It's less agi, less hit, but I guess more crit. We'll put them on. More stamina. So I guess more survivability, but our damage will go down a little bit, maybe. Thing is, a lot of the stuff we're fighting is under our level, so hit rating doesn't really matter. Yeah, healers are important. I think it's if you're in a guild or you're running a guild, your healers have to be good. Like, they're pretty much the backbone to the raiding team. Like, if your healers suck, then you're gonna wipe a lot. And you're going to get stuck on bosses for quite a while. But if you have good healers carry raids. I think they're the most important part of a raid, to be honest. You could have DPS that make mistakes, but healers can, clean those mistakes up and keep the raid going. All right, here we go. Let's fight some cultists, guys. But healing's really chill, though, man. Like while you're leveling, I think, for dungeons, unless like the tank is all about going really fast, then he can give you a challenge. But if he's doing like slow pulls, it's a really relaxing way to level. But it can get boring, right? Like, if you're a person that likes the action, then you might be telling the tank, like, come on, man, pick it up. Give me some action, Pull more stuff. Captive Plankier freed. Nice. And I did level as a healer in Season of Discovery on a priest. It's like a mix of a healer and Shadow Priest. Had a dwarf priest on Season of Discovery. Maybe I'll level him up again. Priest is a lot of fun. That's 60, especially if you play Shadow. But we're gonna level the Paladin first. We'll see how the phase is before we see if we get addicted or not. If I get addicted, then yeah, I'll level an alt. We'll level up the priest. He's only level 40, so it wouldn't take us that long to get him from 40 to 60. And I got to get the goblin going. I'm thinking about, that's for Cataclysm, the goblin on the horde side. And I'm thinking of either playing warlock or warrior. You take a look at the paperwork militia was carrying cult orders. I wonder if we can read it. No. Signed by Dark Master Gandling himself. The orders of militia's possession incriminate Dark Master Gandling of the Scholomance, but they also conceal another important bit of information. The cult orders state that the plague from the cauldron at Garon's Withering is in fact being used for two purposes. The first is the practice of spreading disease through the animals in the Plague Lands, which you already knew about. The remainder of the plague is being shipped to the Weeping Cave, a cavern north of Malicious Outpost, for use in some dark experiments. Students of the Scholomance are using the plague to reanimate the dead. Certainly, they must be stopped. All right, well, let's head north here, guys. We'll stop these necromancers. And the reason why I want to go either warrior or warlock is because I don't have, like, I do have a warlock and warrior playthrough on the channel. I have a hardcore warrior playthrough, where we unfortunately died in the 40s. And then I have a warlock playthrough where I leveled from like 1 to 25 in the first phase of Season of Discovery. So I think I need to show those classes a little bit more love on the channel. So those would be the two, and I'll probably get a poll going soon on the channel. And I'll see what you guys want to see, either a warlock or a warrior. Goblin Warlock's pretty cool because of there's like well, goblins have their own disengage ability. It's like rocket boots. And it just helps with mobility as a warlock. Warlock mobility actually kind of sucks. So that helps. Helps as a warrior too, but I think it's better for a warlock. But I think Goblin would be a good class for both. Should check out the racials, actually. Let me see if I can do that here. Oh my gosh. Goblin racials. I don't remember all of them, but I remember the jump back. They're also changing the racials in retail to human. Getting rid of the one where they get increased reputation gains. It really sucks for humans. That was a really good racial that they had. So they got time is money, cash in on a 1% increase to haste. That's really good for warlocks. What else? Best deals anywhere. Always receive the best possible gold discount. Better living through chemistry. Alchemy skill increased by 5. That's good. Maybe we would go herb alchemy on them. Pack Hobgoblin calls in your friend Galber, allowing you bank access for 1 minute. That's cool. So you always have, a bank with you. I know engineering, you can get a mailbox. And I think there's like a guild trait that allows you to get the guild bank at any time. That's cool. You can just get like, anytime you have too much stuff, you're hoarding too much gear, you just get your bank out and throw it in the bank. It's pretty convenient. Rocket Barrage launches your belt rockets at an enemy, dealing 1+ level ×2 fire damage. I wonder why they're all drain ice here. Cult of the Dam have a bunch of drain ice. Looks like they're building an abomination. There's an alchemy table right there. I think we're done here. Yeah, we are. And then they have rocket jump. Activates your rocket belt to jump forward. Other effects slow the rate of falling. Cannot be used within 10 seconds after using the ability. Yeah, that's a cool. It's pretty good for warriors too, right? Because you got charge, and then you can rocket jump I think it's clearly a better class for a caster or warlock. I just think it's because of the haste rate. But that's still good for warriors as well. So it doesn't really matter which class I play, to be honest. They're both pretty cool. Cool thing about warriors, I'll be able to tank dungeons. It would be fun. And we would also get faster queues. Alright, so let's go turn these quests in. Maybe that'll be the end of the questing here in the Plaguelands, and we'll start heading over to the Eastern Plaguelands. And the classes you can play as a goblin is Death Knight, Hunter, Mage, Priest, Rogue, Shaman, Warlock, Warrior. Pretty much all of them. Just can't be a Goblin Paladin. Goblin Paladin would be funny. I think that's it. Yeah, you can't be a Goblin Demon Hunter. Can't be a Goblin Evoker. Well, Evokers can only be Dragonkin, right? Or whatever they're called. I forget what they're called. I haven't played Dragonflight in so long. I think it's Dragonkin. But that could just be my Skyrim. This could be a Skyrim thing. No, that's it's WoW, isn't it? Yeah. Dragonkin are from WoW. I was right. Students of Krasnov, you've gone above and beyond, Elsent. Not only have we set back the cult of the damned in their crusade to replague the Plaguelands, but you have uncovered another set of dire plans. They continue to reanimate the dead. Your name will definitely be mentioned when this information is presented to High Lord Fordring, Elsent. You have my thanks and the blessing of the Argent Crusade. Alright, so we're going to get a leather belt. It reduces our damage, but increases our survivability. It's 4 agi, 6 stamina, improves hit rating by 8. I don't think we'll use it. Like, I'd rather have the 6 agi, 9 stam, and improves crit. So I think we'll just take an item that sells for the most, and that would be this one-handed sword, Kartush's sword.
May your days be long.
You wish to speak? Walk with me.
By the grace of the Earth Mother, he's done it. Thank you, Elsent. I admit I had nearly given up hope on Zenkiki. It is only due to your patience and diligence that he has come into his own as a druid and a member of the Cenarian Circle. And that's without even mentioning the good you've done for nature. You have my admiration and respect. All right, so let's see what we got here. We got the leggings of the Slippery Shifter. 133 armor, 7 agi, 10 stamina. Yeah, that's... And 6 haste rating. That's for sure better than our leather legs. So we'll put those on. And there we go, guys. It looks like we're done here. And we're going to head over to the Eastern Plaguelands now. There we go. But yeah, I had a feeling I was right about the Dragonkin. I wonder if they took that from Skyrim. Well, but Skyrim Dragonkin's probably wasn't invented by Skyrim, right? It's probably even an older, fantasy lore. Maybe it's even in the Tolkien series. Let's see. I'm like, I don't know why I'm interested in that now. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look into that. But the first time I heard of Dragonkin was when I was playing Skyrim. That's a great game. I did one playthrough on the channel. I was like, my first playthrough on the channel was actually Skyrim. Should have played like more characters. I played as a stealth archer. It's like everybody plays stealth archer when they play Skyrim.
Service with a smile.
It's a pretty popular build. Where are those lunkheads? Into the woods? Yes.
Cheerio.
Gidwin gold
Cheers,
braids.
mate.
I love my boys, don't get me wrong, but I told them that I needed 5 minutes to water and brush the horses. And what did they do? They made a stupid bet with each other and ran off. They should have known better. This always happens. Gidwin's the short one. He headed north along the river. If you're headed that direction, will you tell him to come back? We've got to get to Light's Hope Chapel, and I'm not against leaving without
The
him.
only honest merchants are Gilnean
Terranar
merchants.
Sunstrike. As soon as we stopped, they made a bet about who could kill the most undead in 5 minutes. It's been an hour and I'm still waiting for them to come back. I saw Terranar run off to the southeast, unfortunately. I can't leave the caravan here by itself. If you end up traveling in that direction, could you find him and send him back to me?
No tip.
And we got a flight point here. And wow, a lot of quests in this zone. I actually want to head up here and see what's going on with Goodwin. He's hanging out at Tyrion Forgering's old shack. Interested to see what's going on up there. And it looks like the Plague Lands is the same. We got the Plague Hound runts. It looks exactly the same. There's blight everywhere. I wonder if we're going to be able to see old Naxxramas up here. Probably not. Right? I think in Wrath of Lich King it teleports to Northrend. Sort of like how Dalaran teleports around the world. And I was playing on Legendary for Skyrim, and there's only a couple builds you can really play on Legendary. Because it's pretty tough. You get like... pretty much get one shot at the beginning. So either you're playing as like a sword and board, like with sword and shield, or you're playing as like a ranged class, like either a mage or like a stealth archer. It's really tough to play Legendary as like a two-handed warrior.
How are ya?
But eventually I think you could pull it off. Terranar, is that you? Whoever you are, would you mind helping me out with this thing?
Watch your back.
Just in case. You should have seen me fight. I must have killed 6 of those beasts when... oh, wait. You can count the bodies, can't you? Okay, fine. I killed 4 of them. When the 5th one shot me with this web, to make things even worse, when he blasted me with web juice, my mouth was open. I can't seem to break these webs, and I doubt you'll be able to either. No, you'll have to get some of the stomach juice from those undead spider things. That'll do the
See
trick.
you soon.
And here is this is Tyrion Forgering's shack that he went to. He has a cool quest chain in the Plaguelands. Pretty cool, like redemption story that they gave him. Probably one of my like favorite characters in all of WoW. Riptor. Oh, I got scarabs here too. Crypt bile, so we need 8 of these. Oh, and I don't have Growl as autocast. So no wonder Doggo here hasn't been told in threat, but it hasn't really mattered because they just die by the time they get to me. So I haven't really noticed. You don't really need taunt. You can use it. It's good when you're outnumbered, that's for sure. Like if we were fighting 1vx. This guy's patrolling around here. Oh crap, we got webbed. Put down an explosive trap. Blew up a bunch of little spiders. So I guess we gotta go free this dwarf. Scorpions in here too. This would be a creepy cave to go in real life. I think scorpions creep me out more than spiders. Spiders are pretty creepy, but I don't mind them as much. Same with snakes. I don't really mind snakes. Scorpions are creepy though. It's just that stinger they have.
What can I do for you?
Oh boy, Fiona is going to be madder than a wet harpy. You better run.
Safe travels.
You're back, thanks to the light. Before you throw that acid on me, I need to ask, are you the guy who was here before, or are you one of those 8-legged cowards? I need to know whether or not I should smack you on my way out.
Off with
Well, we
you.
smacked this anyways.
Hi.
There you go, gold braids. Sorry about that. I was pretty sure you were one of those spider beasts doing a bad Worgen impression. How do you do, Gidwin Gold Braids? At your service, I am in a bit of a hurry back to my caravan, but I was wondering if you might do me one last favor. My pal Fiona runs a small shop, and she should probably use some of these herbs that grow along the river shore. I'm thinking if we give her some nice herbs, she'll be much less likely to murder me. That's the plan anyway.
Watch your back.
All right, well, let's help them collect these banshee bells. I wonder if some of them are in the water. There's another. It's like not all of them are on the shoreline. Happy we didn't go Beast Mastery. I'm actually really enjoying survival. I usually go Beast Mastery. I play as a hunter. But I think if I played like Hunter again, I would probably go survival. But Beast Mastery gets pretty good, especially as you level up. When you get to, yeah, like the end of your tree, and you get like Bestial Wrath. Sends your pet into a rage, causing 20% additional damage for 10 seconds. The beast cannot feel pity or remorse or fear. It cannot be stopped unless killed. Like, your pet's just a complete animal. You play Beast Mastery. You really just sit back and watch him destroy everything. And we should hit 42 today. It's pretty good. You get like a level every 40 minutes. I know that's going to obviously increase as we level up. Take us a few hours each level once we get to the Cataclysm zones. And I'm looking forward to that because we'll get to check out the zones that I didn't do on my druid. So we'll probably do Vashtir first, which is the underwater zone. I know a lot of people don't like that zone, but I think it's underrated. A little bit underrated. It's not as good as Hyjal at all, but it's kind of cool. It was an interesting concept that they gave a try in Cataclysm, and then they never did it really ever again.
What do you offer?
Greasing the wheel. Kitty's got you mixed up in all of this now?
I run a stand-up
I'll
business
tear
here.
that pint-sized paladin to shreds before he... Wait a minute. Are those banshee bells? He brought these for me? Oh, good. Kidwin asked you to get them for me. That sweet little guy. Alright, he's off the hook for now. And we're going to get some mail gloves. 178 armor and 9 agility. So those look pretty good. Mail boots, I mean. I think these are better than our current boots, so we'll put those on.
Spread the good word, eh?
Do more damage. Alright, let's go and see what this Blood Elf's doing, tearing our Sunstrike. And I wonder if the Argent Crusade is still over here. Or maybe they moved their camp to Earthglen after the Scarlet Crusade left. There's also a Scarlet Crusade camp or town here. So we'll see if they left that as well. Maybe that's also an Argent Crusade town now. Or maybe they didn't leave. We'll have to see. I found them, Worgen, the Scourge. How I've longed for this day. Remember when I was young, I would sneak off into the Ghostlands and just beat up zombies for hours on end. Nobody even paid me, I just did it. Now look in front of you. Those are some serious zombies. I was just about to start beating them up too. Care to join me?
Remember the sun well.
Okay. So it looks like we're going to be fighting the Cult of the Damned here. With Terranar. Looks like they get completely wrecked. Pretty much two-shot. These zombies, though, have a little bit more health. And then they use Blight Bomb at the end, so they explode. If you don't kill them on time. I assume that does a lot of damage. But we're a ranged class, so we don't really have to worry about that. Is that a Blight Bomb? I don't think so. I think that's just like an ability that he does. What I should do, I should put an explosive trap right here. Problem is this. Got aggro from this guy. We got a BOE ring, the Welkin ring. 5 intellect, 7 spirit. Try this explosive trap again. We'll use it after our doggo gets aggro here. Let's see what happens. And this should trigger lock and load. There we go. Got a lock and load proc there. So we're able to launch a bunch of explosive shots. Not too bad. It proc pretty damn quick. It's 20% proc rate. Just wanted to test it out. Oh, this dumb... It's hard to keep them all together, though. There we go. Let's get rid of this guy. And there, we procced it again. I don't know if we're getting lucky with that. Or the proc rate's... The proc rate's just high because explosive trap just goes like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? So after 5 seconds, we should probably, of them standing in that, plus 2 of them inside of it, it should proc pretty damn quick. 5 should be good enough. Yikes, look at the time. I need to head back to camp. And there we go. We got level 42. A gift for Fiona. My traveling companion Fiona runs a small vendor shop out of her caravan. She and I, along with our friend Gidwin, are all on our way to Light's Hope Chapel. I'm sure you can join us if you like. Though Fiona might be a little mad at me. Fiona always forgets why she's mad if you give her a gift. Kill some of these plague hounds north of here and bring their blood to Fiona at the caravan down by the river. She'll love it. We'll talk again there. Okay, so let's slay these plague hounds. This little bat. When do the pet battles come out? I think that's BFA, isn't it? Pet battles? They should have done so much more with that, man. I've never really got into pet battles, but I don't think it's like as cool as like Pokemon, right? Could you imagine that there was like a story sort of like Pokemon, but inside of WoW? I think that would be kind of awesome. Also slag these, skin these plague hounds. Get a couple levels here. Trying to get to 300 before we head out to TBC. Yeah, and I never really tried pet battling. Like, I know I did a little bit. Like, I did some pet battles, but I never really got into it. It'd be awesome if they had a story where you, like, would fight gym trainers all over the world. Imagine WoW had its own version of the Elite Four. They couldn't copy it like that, but if they did, I wouldn't mind. There's so many things that they could do in this game. I always thought like a Mario Kart would be fun. Like a WoW version of Mario Kart. You know, and it's something that engineers participate in. And you just keep upgrading your little go-kart. And then compete in like, you know, tournaments, stuff like that. Because it is a theme park MMO, right? So there's just always just random stuff you can do. I think WoW invented the theme park style MMO. Pretty sure. Seems like all MMOs are going down that road now. I think Final Fantasy is also theme park style. Pretty sure Elder Scrolls Online's like that as well. And what I believe theme park means is just an MMO where there's like a bunch of different game modes that you can try. There's PvE, PvP, you can collect transmog and collect mounts. And not all players are into the same stuff, right? So pretty much tries to find like a game mode that for everyone to enjoy. It's probably a pretty scuffed description. Let's see what a theme park MMO is. What is a theme park MMO? Theme park MMOs are massively multiplayer online games, or a unique genre of game to provide players with a vast array of content. Pretty much what I said. Storylines and experiences, much like the attractions of a theme park. Yeah, there's just something for everybody, pretty much. Hey, there we go. Got the blood, got our, got some skins. How are we doing on skins? Starting to get a lot of heavy leather. I think we still need some more medium leather, though. I need to try to get leather working up to 300 as well before we head out to Outland.
I have what you seek. Buying and selling is in my blood.
I should have guessed it. Terranar made you get me a gift. The thoughtless idiot. What was the gift anyhow?
A coin spent here is a coin for Gilneas.
Why, this is exactly what I needed. Fine, I'll forgive Terranar for running off, Elsent. You're welcome to join us anytime. Okay, so we got some items here. I think we're going to be taking the mail chest. Yeah, the Gentling breastplate, 259 armor, 8 agi, 11 stamina, improves haste rating by 5. Big upgrade all around.
Cheerio.
Onward to Lightstope Chapel. Now that the boys are back, we can head out. You headed east? Please join us, I insist. Yesterday we were in Menderstead, and I was telling Terranar, we have 2 paladins and a shopkeeper. But you know what we really need? A hunter. Don't look at me that way. I'm serious. Come on, hop in the cart.
Spread the good word, eh?
By the way, you're welcome to borrow any supplies you find inside the caravan, as long as you bring them back when you're done. She actually going to take us on a cart ride? Inside the caravan are boxes of vendor supplies, along with the personal belongings of Fiona and her companion, Fiona's lucky charm. Fiona has left some of her charms inside the caravan as a trader. She seems to be pretty good with money. Maybe carrying one of her charms will help you out with your finances. Fiona's lucky charm grants a chance to loot extra gold and items from creatures in the Eastern Plaguelands. Alright, so we got... Did we get that? Oh, it's a buff. Okay. And there's Gidwin's weapon oil. Gidwin has left several bottles of weapon oil inside the caravan. He seems to be quite a fierce combatant up close. Perhaps his weapon oil will help you out as well. Grants a chance to deal extra holy damage on melee range attacks within the Eastern Plaguelands. The amount of damage dealt increased as more travelers joined Fiona's campaign or caravan. So like, it looks like we're going to build up a little militia here with Fiona's traveling group. This is good for melee classes, so I will accept though. So it looks like you can't stack the buffs. And then there's Terranar's talisman. Terranar has laid a few holy talismans inside of your caravan. They appear to be unused. They appear to be magical in nature. If Terranar isn't using them, what's the harm in borrowing one for a while? Grants a chance to deal extra holy damage on successful spell attacks in the Eastern Plaguelands. The amount of damage dealt increases as more people join Fiona's traveling group. That's not really good for us either. So we're just going to take the lucky charm and get more gold. And let's go for a ride. Worgen are kind of like the Khajiit in in Skyrim. They're like the traveling folk that sell stuff. I don't know if they're thieves though. Do you think Worgen are thieves? Maybe. These guys are having a little conversation here. Hey now, who do you get to sit in front? Why do you get to sit in front? Because I won our bet and because I called shotgun. Who says you won the bet? We haven't compared tallies yet. Fine, I killed 5 zombies and they were huge. How many undead did you kill? Pretty sure I killed 6. I'm going to bet that you only killed 4. How did you know that? I didn't, you just told me. So seriously, how did your undead hunting go? I want to hear stories. Gidwin, are you ignoring me? Giddy, you're mad at me, aren't you? Remember when we were kids, Gidwin? We would spend all day pretending to fight the trolls or the murlocs or the girls. Don't do this, Terranar. We had a name. We called ourselves. What was it? You remember damn well. Enough what it was. I'm serious, dead serious. I've completely forgotten, says Terranar. Sighed the paladin pals. Yeah, they're both paladins. Gidwin, you can sit in front with me next time. Maybe now I don't want to. Maybe I like it better sitting back here with my new friend. It smells like horses up there. There's a tower coming up on our left. What do you say we stop and rest a bit? We just rested a few minutes ago. Let's just go to Light's Hope Chapel. Because you're the bravest deer? Because you're short? The roads here are rough, Gidwin. I don't want to risk losing a horse. I ought to bounce one of these trunks off your head, Terranar. You won't lose a horse. Look at them. They look exactly like they did when we started. Actually, I agree with Fiona. The Argent Crusade can wait for us a little longer. Besides, our guests may want to get off the caravan soon. Here we are. All right, so here's a few Argent Crusade members here. Why haven't we left yet? I'm ready to head off on my own if we don't get going. Okay, guys, so we are here now at another tower. It's called the Crown Guard Tower. And I guess next episode we'll start doing some quests here. And then eventually we'll make our way to Light's Hope Chapel. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.